Now, I've made it no secret that I am a Manchester United fan, and I was never really Ollie in. I always kind of never really thought he'd be a very good manager, and at our lowest point when we lost to Liverpool, I really did think we need somebody to come in and rebuild us. And by the looks of things, like we could get Ralph Rangnick in right now and he may revolutionise the club. But I want to do things my way first. I want to rebuild this team with my dad as the assistant manager. So let's fire up the team. Let's rebuild Manchester United. Right, Dad? Yes. Manchester United.
Why?
He's finally gone.
Yeah.
He's finally gone. I've been wanting it for a long time. To be honest, I never wanted him to get the job.
We could see it coming.
Yeah, I mean, I always ask the question, nobody else in the Premier League would have preferred Ole Gunnar Solskjaer rather than their current manager. Probably even the teams that are in relegation zone. So why we would want him, I don't know. But that's down to opinion, I guess.
I think he just come in just to fill a space waiting for
he was just an
the
interim
old Spurs manager at the time.
Yeah, he was just an interim.
Yeah.
We gave him a full-time job, But the big problem is, I think, even though he's been sacked, he's been thrown right under the bus.
Yeah.
It's not just his fault, and that's why we start on this screen.
Yeah.
Because the first thing I did when I became manager of Manchester United for this rebuild is I went and I sacked every single one of the backroom staff and the coaching team. I don't care how much money, £1.1 million to Mike Phelan, confirm, I don't care. McKenna, he can leave. All he's ever done is get relegated by other clubs. He can go, bang. Carrick came out in an interview and said we're going to play exactly the same way as Solskjaer and I'm picking McFred at centre midfield. Is he that stupid? Is he that? Honestly, I mean, we don't know yet who's going to take charge of Manchester United going forward. We're recording this after we've just played the Villarreal game. Carrick, gone. It infuriates me that they are that incompetent that he's willing to play the same two in midfield that Solskjaer has and the same way of playing. Darren Fletcher as director of football, wherever he is, or technical director, gone. Don't want him at the club. I'm fed up of giving ex-Man United players.
I can see a few players going as well that you don't like.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's it. That's it. Why are we giving Darren Fletcher, never any experience as a technical director? We'll give him a technical director his job. It's jobs for the boys.
I would say just say that. I think they're just looking after the old players.
Exactly.
Really.
Jobs for the boys. Every single one of them gone. 9th of July. Everyone gone. Yeah. Let's go. Let's have a look at some of these transfers. But before we do, viewers, 30,000 subscribers is my target to get there before Christmas. We are just over 26,000 as I'm recording this, and I'd really appreciate it if you could check whether you're subbed. Help us get there before Christmas.
Let's get in there.
Yeah. Well, I'll see. It's pretty much your channel there. You get most of the comments now. So, and speaking of comments, keep your recommendations coming.
Yeah, we love them. I love reading them.
The Patreon poll has been out for the next one, but we still need recommendations for future rebuilds. So make sure you put them all down in the comment section.
Like button as well. The old like buttons. We got to get to 1,000 likes on per video. We're dropping a little bit. Let's get it up again. Come on.
Exactly. Especially you guys watching this in the premiere. Make sure you're smashing that like button. Right. So 1st of September. This is the business end of the start of the season. Of course, by the looks of it, we've had a great start. We are second in the lead to Arsenal, 9 points. That means we've won all three games out of 3.
That's a good start.
We'll check how we have done. Now, transfer-wise, we get a little bit of transfer budget, but not a lot. We still have £21 million with a very good wage budget at the end, and I have done a bit of business. Victor Lindelof has left the club, and I've sold him to you boys, so unlucky. And we've absolutely robbed you as well because it costs £30 million, the same amount of money as what it was. So I was over the moon, viewers, to send him off to Tottenham.
I bet you were.
I also somehow managed to get £13 million for Anthony Elanga, who is a youngster who has a good potential, but I don't know if he's that good. But to Newcastle, I mean, they're in a bit of a rebuild now.
The money,
with the money they got 200 million to splash. Happy to release them to Newcastle. Jesse Lingard, he was not happy about leaving.
Did he go to Spurs?
He did not go to Spurs. He went to Hertha Berlin. He's gone to Hertha Berlin, yeah.
Another team we've done before.
I know, £10 million. The funniest thing about the Jesse Lingard,
bargain, really,
I know, the funniest thing about this one was when I sold him, because obviously he has been there since a boyhood, youngster. I said you can speak to them, and I said, you're always welcome, and it's sad to see you go. And he just put, I do not want to make this move, but see you later on. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Poor Jesse, but there's another one that I really cannot wait to show you.
Oh, go on then.
We sold Fred to Spurs.
What? Oh no! You just got rid of your 2 worst players and passed them on to us.
It's brilliant, isn't it? I thought this is. I couldn't believe my luck. I could not believe my luck with selling them to you. Only £10 million, considering we spent £40 million on him, but. He's so bad.
And I've got rid of these players, surely.
It's quality. But let's take a look. I've brought some players in, though, to replace Fred and Lindelof.
No surprise you was going to get rid of him, though, is it?
No, I can't stand him. Now, in that centre midfield role, I think there needs to be a couple of players brought in. So first off, I brought in Mikel Moreno. So a little bit of backup, I guess, but also very capable player. Like, he is absolutely fantastic. Very high current ability, and he's only 25 years of age. We pulled him away from Real Sociedad for around about 40 million, which is quite a lot of money.
I think that's a good price for him, no?
It is a good price, though. Yeah. He is a fantastic player. You might recognise him, viewers, because he used to play for Newcastle not so long ago. Came in from Osasuna, then to Dortmund, then to Newcastle. That's where Real Sociedad picked him off for 10 million, so they've made a bit of a profit out of him. Now he's coming into his prime. I think he's fantastic, and in the game he is brilliant. But the big signing, now it's very well known that Manchester United need a good centre defensive midfielder. They need a ball winner. Like, they are dying for somebody like Frank Kessie. And I think he is one of the best on the game for that role. 24 years of age, we have picked him out of AC Milan's team for 28 million. It's unbelievably cheap, for how good he is. I think, you can get Benacer from Milan as well for very cheap cost. I don't know whether they just accept these bids because they don't have a lot of money or whatever. But the fact that he is 15 tackling, passing and marking. You can't ask for much more as a defensive.
Rate 17 as well.
Outstanding. The strength, stamina, this side of the physical attributes. Perfect. Good bravery as well. Aggression. Exactly what Manchester United need, I think, to fill a hole in that centre midfield role as a deep lying player to obviously win the ball back. Because that's what we need right now.
Oh, yeah.
That's why we got rid of Fred.
I think it's one of the most important positions in any team.
Yeah, we've had Roy Keane, Michael Carrick is very good there. Yeah, not a very good coach, can't coach the role, but he could play the role quite well. Very underestimated, and that's what we needed. That's why we brought in Frank Kessie. So that was the signings that we brought in. Now I have set up a 4-2-3-1 here. Now the only roles that I want to keep is De Gea in the nets. I know we've got Dean Henderson, but De Gea is just slightly better than Dean Henderson. I want Varane to be playing every single game, to be honest. This left-hand side, obviously, Maguire will probably play majority of the time there. But I don't want to play him every single game. If we need to rotate, then so be it. But Varane, I think, is world class in this game. So in that midfield, we've got a deep line playmaker on defend and a box to box. I personally think Kessie will probably end up going in the box to box midfielder role. In that he's 3-star there, and the deep line playmaker will more likely be Pogba or Mikel Moreno, who we've just signed. That shadow striker though is going to be crucial. That's Bruno Fernandes all day long. What we're basically giving Bruno Fernandes is the license to go on and do your creative stuff, but don't worry too much about coming back. Of course, we've got somebody like Van de Beek, who I think's been really badly treated at Man United. He can fill any three of those roles. The wingers, of course, we've got Rashford, Martial, Sancho coming in, Greenwood, who all can play those two roles.
Greenwood's outstanding.
I like Greenwood a lot.
Really. Yeah, don't matter, does it?
No. And then, of course, the poacher role. We have got Chris. We've got Cristiano Ronaldo, who is obviously one of the best ever, if not the best ever. We've also got Cavani though, and I don't, Ronaldo's 35.
I like Cavani, but I think Ronaldo is just me. He's just over the last few years. I think he's just the ultimate player. I always thought he was better than Messi.
Yeah,
you got someone who's strong in the air, strong on both feet, fast, and done it in
multiple leagues.
Yeah. So you got the Spanish league, our league, and the Italian league.
Yeah.
What's Messi done? He's only done it in one league.
Yeah, he's still doing it in the French league, but they're not.
Is he though?
Nowhere
he's
to the standard.
He's only scored one goal for PSG in the league.
Yeah, we'll see by the end of the season.
Don't know.
Probably because Poch's in the role as his manager, and that's who Man United are trying to get next. Yeah. Brilliant. So anyway, that's how I think we should set up the wing back on attack. Luke Shaw all day long. Alex Tellez if we need to. That's why I haven't filled these roles. We've got so many different players who can play in different roles, and I'm excited to see how this team plays. Now, we have, of course, played 3 games already. We have won all 3, a 2-1 win against Watford, a 4-2 win against Leicester, so a difficult game, yeah. Bruno Fernandes got himself a hat-trick in that game as well, in that shadow striker role, perfect. And then a 3-0 win against Brentford.
What player scored 4 goals in 13 minutes for Man United, which is a record?
Is it Ole Gunnar Solskjaer?
It is.
It is, yeah. Because
4 goals.
He come off the bench quite a lot, so he doesn't get a lot of time, but he still scored a lot of goals. I mean, there was once where he come off the bench and scored 5 against Forest, I think it was. He's still a club legend in my eyes.
4 goals in 13 minutes, though.
Yeah, he's still a club legend in my eyes.
Oh, I think he is in for all the supporters.
Yes, yeah. So we've started off the season very well. Let's see how we continue this season. So, the end of the first season. And we lose out on the title to our rivals, Liverpool. Which I do think at this point means that they've matched the amount of league titles that we have won. So look how bad the end of the season was for us, because we lost to Everton 3-2 at home and a draw against Manchester City.
So when you look at it, really, Everton won Liverpool the league.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Which, it's bad, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It's bad. So, unfortunately, we could not win the league, which is so unfortunate. Your boys there in 6th place. Fred doing really well. Yeah. Man City, they'll drop down to 5th place. Arsenal finishing in 3rd. So, yeah, not really what I expected this season.
Talking about Arsenal, right, I'll give you an interesting fact here. That Man United's biggest home attendance, right, was against Arsenal.
Yeah.
But it was at Main Road.
Really?
Yeah.
How bizarre.
During the war, the Second World War, when Old Trafford got bombed.
Yeah.
So they played their home games at Main Road. And their biggest home attendance was against Arsenal. I think it was 80,000, and it was at Main Road.
That's crazy, isn't it?
But their biggest home attendance at Old Trafford is also against Arsenal.
That doesn't surprise me. It's probably like recently as well.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, in the Premier League.
Yeah.
But talking about the Premier League as well, though, what is Man United's biggest attendance that they've played in a league game?
Probably, it's got to be close to 90, I guess, before seats.
No. Recently, in the Premier League, the biggest that they've actually played in, so they haven't played at home.
Right.
That's the clue I'll give you. They haven't played at home.
Wembley then against Spurs.
Yes.
Yeah.
2 games.
2 games. Probably 90,000 roughly.
86,000, something like that. Yeah. They won one and lost one.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me, to be fair, obviously, with Wembley Stadium being hosting Tottenham for a couple of seasons.
But yeah, their biggest home attendance is at Main Road.
That's
mental. Well, I read that.
What a funny fact.
Funny, yeah.
So we've obviously played in other competitions. How have we done? Yes! First season treble! I am better than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I got rid of all the staff, all of them. Crap, Carrick, McKenna, get lost. Fletcher, you can piss off as well. All of you, get out of my club because I can do this myself. We won on penalties against Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League final. Harry Maguire scored.
Helen played as well, look.
Yeah, Haaland played as well. He did not do very well. Missed penalty, by the way. Ronaldo, Mata and Greenwood. So, what a penalty shootout because they missed 4. Bellingham missed one.
Yeah.
Reina missed one. Royce missed one, and Paslak as well.
You can't write this, can you?
Oh, what a Champions League final. I cannot believe it, but we've managed to go on and do it. Harry Maguire, obviously he's getting a lot of abuse right now. He scored in the 41st minute. Donio Malin got one in the 65th. It was a very tight... Look how many shots we had. 31 shots. Like, we are creating a lot of chances.
I can't believe it.
But of course, that's not the only competition we won. We won the FA Cup as well. Who do we beat? We beat West Brom in the final. That's a bit of an easy one, I guess.
Good for West Brom, though.
Yeah, 3-1 in the final. So that was a nice, simple Carabao Cup. We beat Everton in the final. So 3 teams who I wouldn't expect to face in the final.
No, definitely, yeah.
We've managed to go on. So even though Everton cost us the league, we beat them in the Carabao. That was actually revenge for them, if anything. But yeah, I mean, although Liverpool won the league, it's a successful season.
It is, but it isn't the proper treble, though, is it?
It's not the proper treble. I mean, United are only the ones who hold the proper treble, as I keep saying. The Premier League, the Champions League, the FA Cup.
They were the first English team to win the treble as well.
Yeah.
Who was the first British team?
Celtic?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me because obviously they were the first team British to win the Champions League or the European Cup as it was. So squad-wise then, let's take a look at some goals then because Cristiano Ronaldo has been on fire, 43 in 57 at the age of 37 as well.
Knock it, can you?
He's still fantastic.
Comes back and does it in the Premier League again.
Let's take a look at his physicals are still decent, like 14 pace for a 37-year-old.
20.
Ridiculous.
Like a body like mine it is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Can't argue with that. Bruno Fernandes though is easily the MVP. 27 goals, 35 assists in that shallow striker
From the way he's
role.
playing at the moment, that's a definite turnaround.
Absolutely. Mason Greenwood gets in a few amount of goals as well. Harry Maguire was 17. Attacking from corners probably. Marcus Rashford.
Did you put your corner tactic in?
Of course I did. I don't care about the abuse I'm going to get for that. I don't care.
Well, that goes to prove it works, doesn't it?
It does, exactly.
Come on,
Why
folks,
wouldn't I do
You've got to
it?
look up his winging corner the tactics. It's good.
Why wouldn't I
Proves
do
it
it?
works.
Now, average rating wise, Alex Tellez, even though he only played 3 games, got a 7.9 average rating. So I feel quite sorry for him, really. But Luke Shaw, he's still very consistent. He was third, 45 games, and he got 7.46 average rating.
What a player he's turned out to be.
Absolutely, yeah. One of the best English players in the Euros, all the way up into the final, obviously, where he scored. So, yeah, first season, I'm absolutely buzzing with that.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Let's take a look at the second season.
We beat it.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing. Well, we need to win the league.
Yeah.
We need to win the actual treble. So let's see. So on the outs, £32 million. Axel Tuanzebe going out, £25 million to PSG. That's quite a lot of money, to be honest.
Yeah.
Pereira going to Everton, £5.7 million. Charlie McNeil. I know he's got a big future, Charlie McNeil, but he's never going to make it in this rebuild. So I just see it as an extra £1 million to put in the bank, to be honest. 2 massive signings on the ins. We're going to start off the right back. Jurrien Timber. He's not that tall. So he is a right back from the Netherlands. He can also play centre back and wing back. Now, one of the big weaknesses I think for United right now is Wan-Bissaka is very good at defending, not that good going forward.
No.
This guy I think is a little bit better going forward. His passing slightly better. All right, his crossing's not that good, but he has potential.
Yeah.
And I think just a good backup. Nonetheless, and he could also obviously play centre-back if we need him to. £16 million, though. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right-back is a position that we can struggle with, and I don't necessarily, because of these rebuilds are every Monday, I don't want to keep buying the same players. I want to vary up. Like, occasionally we will.
It's nice to see different players come
Exactly,
in.
yeah.
I think one of the things you've got to do, really, you've got to make sure your defence is really, really strong. Though,
yes.
When you want to be a real successful team. So
yes, exactly.
That's what we're going to do.
So he's great. Good teamwork, good work rate, everything I like about that. But there's another signing that I've made that I think you're all going to really enjoy. Now, currently in the Serie A, this man is tearing it up for Fiorentina. Dusan Vlahovic, 22 years of age. He is a monster. What a player he is going to become in the future. Now, on the game, he is also replicated in that because he looks absolutely fantastic, as we can see here. I mean, his physicals are outstanding. He's 6'3" as well. He's a bit of a monster. Long shots of 16 as well. Great technique, good finishing. We've got Cristiano Ronaldo. We've still got Cavani. We've got people like Greenwood and Rashford who can play up top. I couldn't resist.
What a strike force we're going to have, though, isn't it?
I know. I could not resist bringing him in. I mean, we have paid £65 million, so we spent £120 million on players that we're not necessarily going to guarantee first team football for.
One of the things that we've done in our other rebuilds is we've always noticed that the top teams always had a squad of good players.
Exactly.
And we could never do that with the other teams that we were doing.
Yes.
We're building a squad.
Exactly. And so far, so good. He scored 7 goals in 5 games.
Here we go.
So 7.8 average rating. He is definitely bringing it in for us. Of course, this is the Qatar World Cup year. We've played more games than what we usually would.
Yeah.
And we always, of course, go to now the end of the transfer window to get these last deadline day deals in. Dusan Vlahovic was not a deadline deal. I got him straight away. But anyway, we're still playing the same thing going forward. I'm not selecting anybody. I even thought, do I keep De Gea in then? I thought, well, no, Dean Henderson's actually quite good.
I
So
think De Gea is on his way out, to be honest with you.
it could be. I mean, recently he's been world class.
I was going to say to you, really, do we get a stronger player, a goalkeeper in? Because you look at these teams at the moment, especially at this present moment, successful teams, talk about goalkeepers, don't you?
Alisson, Ederson, like they're both world class.
And you look at Man United when they were successful, who did they have in goal?
Van der Sar, they had Schmeichel.
Yeah.
All the time had someone decent.
You go with the other teams when Liverpool was successful, Ray Clements, when Arsenal was successful, David Seaman.
Yeah.
You know, you're looking at.
And you look at De Gea on the game, 19 reflexes. We know that's his best. His best thing about him. Like he is. If it wasn't for De Gea, like recently, Oli would have been sacked weeks and months ago because he saved us. Him and Ronaldo, they've saved us. We would be knocked out of the Champions League if it wasn't for him. I think in the Villarreal game, even like we would have been 4-0 down before we'd scored a goal, if it weren't for De Gea. But in the game, things like command of area, things like communication, those little things, they matter. He's 31 years of age as well, so it might not be a long time before we have to embed somebody into the team. Dean Henderson is great. He's not fantastic. He has better attributes in the communication and command of area. I don't think he is the go-to guy. Like, if nobody's going to pick up Dean Henderson every single season, we might have to think about that. But I think we keep the same tactic. I think we're just unlucky in the league. We've obviously, it must work. We've won the Champions League with it. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm not filling in any roles whatsoever. Like we said, we've built a squad. Schedule-wise, then, we have started off very well. We've lost a game to Liverpool 4-1, though. That's the bad result that we have had so far. Yeah. We've won the European Super Cup after extra time. We beat Manchester City, which... Why they won the Europa League is a bit of a strange one, but still, there we go. We start off, though, with, I think, is a record. 9-0 against Sheffield United.
It actually equals the record for a league game.
Yeah, Ipswich.
And I'll tell you another fact about Ipswich as well.
Yeah.
You got battered by Ipswich and lost 6-0 in one game.
You're right.
But your goalkeeper saved 3 penalties.
Bloody hell, so that could have been 9-0. Mental. But anyway, we
was,
actually destroyed them. 2-0 win against Norwich. We also had a 2-1 victory against Bournemouth. 2-0 against Spurs. Alex Telles was sent off in the first minute as well.
And you still won.
And we still won. And Brighton, 3-0. Cristiano Ronaldo got a brace and Harry Maguire got one. Right, let's see how the second season simulates. Okay, so the second season. Yeah, Klopp's out of the good on this. Like, he is really good. Liverpool's team are absolutely disgusting, to be honest. So, 91-8. Look how many points we dropped at the end of the season.
It's done it again, isn't it? Our finish has done this again. 2
Yeah.
seasons in a row.
We drew to the team we beat 9-0, 1-all. So, we drew against Newcastle, we drew against West Ham. All games that really we should be winning. And Liverpool, although they dropped one game at the end of the season there, they dropped 2 points against Brentford.
Yeah.
Like, we've thrown that away.
Yeah.
They didn't even concede a goal in the last 5 games. Like, they were very strong. We lost 6 games this season, but we won 27, so it's such a strange one, really. Liverpool are superior. They've got a fantastic team. It's very hard to come up against them. Even if you look at statistics, like, it's dominated really by Liverpool. Fewest conceded, most clean sheets. We had the most shots, which is great, but yeah, I think we really need to secure up the defence. We want to win somewhere, we need to secure up the defence. We've got Maguire, we've got Varane. I still don't think they're as good as Van Dijk and Joe Matip. What Liverpool are playing.
Van Dijk's the best defender in the world.
Yeah,
At this present moment.
I hate to agree with you, but I think I think I do, especially before his injury.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So there we go.
He's starting to get good again, now, isn't he?
Yeah. Okay. Other competitions then. We've got a Champions League title to retain.
Yeah.
We did not do it. We were knocked out by Liverpool. Not only that, Dad. We were knocked out in the FA Cup quarter-final by Liverpool. The third round of the Carabao Cup by Liverpool. I don't like them.
Don't you?
If I'm honest, I don't like them. They did not win the Champions League final though, so screw you, Liverpool. They lost to Real Madrid in the final. But yeah, Liverpool, I mean, Klopp is still there at the minute, but I am not enjoying them right now because they are doing my tits in because they keep winning. And they didn't even win the FA Cup. They lost to Chelsea, and I'm pretty sure they did win the Carabao Cup. They beat Brighton in the final of that. But they got the double, but they didn't get the treble. They didn't get our treble, so that's fine. Squad-wise then, let's take a look because goals, we have spread them out this season. Dusan Vlahovic has scored 34 in 45 games. With a few appearances off the bench as well, 4 assists. Bruno Fernandes, 26 goals, 25 assists.
Good, isn't it?
Mental. Ronaldo only got 12 goals.
He still played
in 42 games starting.
Yeah.
I think as well, they've been playing him on the left and right.
Yeah.
Because obviously we haven't secured those positions. Because I do notice players like Rashford only played 20 games this season and appeared 30 times off the bench. That tells me Ronaldo, if we take a look at his form, most likely has been playing from the left-hand side, and he has. He's been playing on both sides, which obviously I don't think he suits that anymore. He definitely suits playing up front. And he's starting to decline even more now.
Clever player though, isn't he? He just knows the spaces to go into and when to go into it.
Yeah.
You stick him out on the wing, I think you wasted him really because he's not going to be running up and down the wing all the time.
Exactly that. So 38 years of age and he still is not retiring yet. We're going to get him for one more season. Not arguing at all.
No.
Okay, let's have a look then at the third season transfers. So the only big out was Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah, Bayern Munich came in for him for quite a lot of money. I don't think he was that happy because Timber was pretty much picked before him.
Yeah.
And we did get quite a lot of money for him, to be fair. £40 million.
Yeah.
And he only made like 16 appearances last season in the league, only 11 starts. So, yeah, I mean, it's a shame. He's English as well, which obviously is a great thing, and he's still young. But I still think we could just do better with Timber there, to be honest. So, yeah, he's the big out, but there's some massive signings on the ins. Like, probably unnecessary signings on the ins, to be honest.
Come on in.
First off, it's Milan Skriniar. I mentioned we needed a better centre-back than Maguire and Varane. He is probably one of the world's best centre-backs right now, especially on the game. 28 years of age, Slovakian, from Inter Milan. His attributes are absolutely disgusting. Could do a little bit taller maybe if I had to pick, but 6'2" still good enough for me. I mean, I watched a video about Baresi and he was 5'9" and he's one of the world's best ever. So there we go. I mean, £59 million though, that's a steal in my opinion. So 3 appearances so far, he's got a very good average rating. Now, this guy became available and I just could not say no. Because we have brought in Erling Haaland.
Well, there you go. I think we've got the best striker in the world at the moment then.
Yeah, probably going against what his dad's wishes is, because I don't think his dad would want him to play for Man United after Roy Keane did that to him.
No, I don't think he would do, yeah.
And obviously he's a Leeds supporter, so that's a rival. But when you offer him 500k a week.
Money always talks.
Money talks. Fantastic player. We don't have to talk about him very much. Somehow he was still at Dortmund in the third season. £69 million. That's the buyout clause you can get in that season.
That's a steal, isn't it?
I know.
That's a steal.
69 million. Even though last season he only played 21 games and only scored 12 goals. I mean, only still, but that's not a lot compared to the 25 and 28 he got that season. And in the season that we've just had gone in real life, he scored 27 and 28. That's a real life statistic there. So we want numbers like that, to be honest. Of course, he is world class. Spending a lot of money on him, 500k a week, but I think we saved really on the transfer budget. Tactically then, we're going to stick with this. Timber's going to stay right back. Other than that now, I think we keep going as we are. We've got 3 world-class strikers. Greenwood's getting better and better. Jadon Sancho's getting better and better every year. We've now got Skriniar, Harry Maguire, and Varane, who can all play centre-back really well, with a cut like Eric Bailly as a backup should we need to. I think we've got a very good squad here.
Yeah.
That's what we're building for. So, let's simulate this third season. So, the end of the third season, and this time we lose out to Arsenal.
By a point.
By a point.
I bet we lost one of the last games of the season again.
I don't know if we did. To be fair, they also lost a few games at the end of the season, but we lost to Man City and we lost to Arsenal. So that was it.
Yeah.
That was the
winning game, really.
That was the winning game, because also if we take a look at the past positions between the two of us, we were dominating at the end, the second part of the season. Yeah, we dropped down quite a lot, to be fair. We were 7th at one point. But Arsenal were pretty much the only other team up there. It started off with Liverpool, and it probably started off with Man City and Chelsea. No, Chelsea were not that good this season at all.
To be honest, I'm surprised Chelsea not thereabouts, because they are a really good side at the moment.
I genuinely think they are not as good in FM as what they are in real life.
No.
I really don't. I've seen them struggle a lot in FM.
I think they're going to win the league this year.
I think they'll be up there for sure.
Retain the Champions League.
Yeah. Tuchel's very good. Yeah. Very, very good. But yeah, I mean, that's so disappointing how we've dropped off that final game of the season against Arsenal. We've dropped off and that close to beating them. Other competitions though, let's please hope that there's a positive in that and we're not getting knocked out by Liverpool every time. The same thing happened as it did the season before. Quarter-final by Arsenal, 5th round by Arsenal, 4th round by Arsenal.
Just done us the whole season. They've just done us.
How has that happened? Champions League final, they lost to Liverpool on penalties. Yeah, boring Champions League final, 0-0, but yeah. That's I don't think as a United fan you'd really care who won that. Newcastle won the FA Cup. They went on penalties. They beat Man City. So
I'm pleased with them.
Yeah, the money's coming in for them. That's good. And the Carabao Cup was won by Liverpool against Arsenal again. So Liverpool have a double this year. We have no trophies. It's a very bad season to be a Manchester United fan, despite bringing in the world's best striker, Erling Haaland.
Right, so we've got the best strike force. Do we need a new goalkeeper? Do we need another defender or something like that?
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's what you've got to be looking at, really, isn't it?
Squad-wise then, he actually scored 52 goals in 50 appearances.
There you go.
Yeah, 12 assists as well. Bruno Fernandes, he was still consistent. 27 goals, 33 assists. Unbelievable. Ronaldo was still decent. 19 goals and 8 assists, and 16 goals and 15 assists from Jadon Sancho. Coming in drops there. Really good player. I hope he gets better and has a good career at United.
Yeah.
Because I like him a lot, especially for England. I think he'll be really good going forward. But we need something. We need something big time. So season 4. Let's have a look at some transfers. Okay, with no players going out, I made another world-class centre-back signing in Wesley Fofana. Now, this guy, he starts off at Leicester, develops into a world-class defender, as I say. He is arguably the best centre-back now that we have. Really good technically, can pass the ball as well, but the physical attributes are fantastic. And mentally, that 17 positioning, the concentration, the composure, anticipation, things like that, really, really important. And he's only 23. So we've brought him in, £58 million from Leicester. So that's a very good signing, to be honest. And he's had some really good years there too. 7.38 is not bad at centre-back for Leicester City when we haven't seen him even in the top 4. No. So he's obviously been playing really well. He deserves a big-time move. And he's going to bring us the title. I'm sure of it. I really hope so anyway. Wesley Fofana, that's a great signing. You've been asking for a goalkeeper. I've given you one. Juan Musso. Now, I could have gone for a player. We could have gone for Onana. But we've already signed Onana a couple of times. Again, I don't want to keep signing the same players. No. So Juan Musa is Atalanta's goalkeeper. When we've played Atalanta in real life, he was fantastic.
He was, yeah.
So I thought, well, it's a little bit of a link. We'll go for him. Argentinian, 30 years of age. We have spent £40 million on him, though. I think that's all right. I think that's okay, to be honest. He's kept a good amount of clean sheets for Atalanta recently. 19 reflexes, 16 agility. exactly the same as De Gea, but the communication and the command of area is so much better.
Yeah.
It's an upgrade, it's an improvement, I think.
That's what we need.
Over De Gea for sure.
He's 6'3", he's a big keeper.
Yeah, absolutely. So tactically then, have we changed things? Yes, we have. I've changed it because Dusan Vlahovic, he did not play a lot last season because we had Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
Now, he could be a game changer for us, but the only problem is we had 2 centre midfielders there, and I want to try something. 1 centre midfielder with Fernandes, even though he has been like shadow striker role has been insane for him, as a support role instead. Now we're giving him a little bit of responsibility coming back, helping out that ball winning midfielder, which could be Kessie.
Yeah.
Majority of the time would be Kessie. We're also giving Greenwood a chance in the inside forward on attack. He's developed really well. He's got fantastic physical attributes, and he also has that 17 for finishing. Really good when he cuts in on his left.
We know all about that, don't we? Yeah.
Yeah, his finishing's absolutely fantastic. And he's really good on his right foot, to be honest.
Yeah.
He's double-footed, really. So I think having him as he'll be playing around about here with Haaland, with Dusan Vlahovic, we've got 3 really deadly strikers now. This inverted winger is going to be like someone like Jadon Sancho, somebody like Marcus Rashford. They can interchange. And these fullbacks now will be inverted wingbacks. So what tends to happen with that is when we're on the attack, they sit in here next to the centre midfielder.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
For break-up plays, that's what I'm hoping anyway. So Musso starts as well, Greenwood, Fernandes. We have played some games this season. Let's take a look because we are starting off very well. And even though we've only got 1 centre midfielder, we haven't conceded a goal yet.
Well, here we go then. Here we go.
A 3-0 victory against Everton. Erling Haaland got 2, Dusan Vlahovic got 1. 4-0 against QPR. Dusan Vlahovic got 1. Erling Haaland got 1. Fofana got 2. It's been a really good start because Watford 7-0. Erling Haaland hat-trick. Vlahovic got 1. Rashford got 2.
Watford's the team that's just done you in the league as well, isn't it?
Exactly,
really?
yeah.
So that's a good sort of repayment.
Exactly. He's cost Solskjaer the job.
Yeah.
So we've managed to destroy them. We've got quite a difficult Champions League group. Inter Milan, Sevilla, always tricky one. Sevilla, and Rangers as well. So bit of a link there with Rangers. Sir Alex Ferguson, of course, he played for Rangers. Didn't do very well. I don't think he likes the Rangers because of how they treated him. To be honest, and that's why he went to Aberdeen. Obviously,
probably the best manager Man United have ever had, though. Really.
Do you think he's the best manager ever?
What, for Man United or
for anybody?
In the Premier League, I would say definitely at this present moment between him and Arsene Wenger.
Yeah.
Because obviously how long they were there for.
Yes, yeah.
But Fergie, I think, what he'd done for United, because the first 2 seasons he wasn't successful and he nearly got sacked.
Yeah, until he won the FA Cup.
Yeah, and so they stuck with him, which was good, really. But then he just brought it through for youth, didn't he? I mean, how many times did he rebuild his side?
Exactly,
You just look at some of the players.
Every 5-6 years, just start a rebuild.
I mean, even in his last season when he won the league, how did he win that league?
With the team we had.
With the team that you had. And he knew, I think he knew that was he wasn't going to get any better than that or be able to improve on that.
We stole Robin Van Persie, won the league.
Yeah.
We had players like Danny Welbeck playing.
I mean, you talk about Robin Van Persie as well. Always injured at Arsenal.
Yeah.
Always. And yet he played a full season that season, didn't he?
And the amount of vital goals he got for us. Against teams like Manchester City, he scored that free kick, if you remember, he bent it in the corner. Yeah. I mean, genius, Sir Alex Ferguson. But I think he even says, I remember watching a documentary, he even says he knew he was past it even when he won the league.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I need to get that last one. When he did, he was like, right, the game's gone past me now. I need to
every
go.
manager after that has struggled, really, I think. Yeah. Mainly because they haven't had the youth coming through. You got 1 or 2 coming through, like Greenwood coming through.
Yeah, Rashford
and that, They haven't got a squad coming through like they did.
Yeah, and I think the trouble is
Neville's and the
Scholes, Butts, Giggs,
you're talking, I mean, like Giggs. The most appearances for Man United is Ryan Giggs. 900 games he played for them.
Yeah, never went anywhere else. And you have players like Scholes who, when Inter Milan said to him, "What can we do to make you an Inter? What can you do to play for me?
Yeah.
What can we do to make that happen?" And he said, "You have to buy Man United. It's the only way. It is the only way. You'd have to buy Man United if you want me to play for you." So, I mean, players like that, they don't come around very often. And I think the main trouble that Manchester United have had since Fergie left was, one, the board, because they're terrible. The Glazers, the West, they just take money out of the club, really. Yeah. Although, they pump money in, but you don't realise how much Man United make compared to what they put in.
Well, I've read a fact the other day that 1 in 10 people in the world support Man United.
That's class. That's so good. And then, like Woodward, he's not a football fan.
No.
He's just a business guy, just saves money. And look, the managers they brought in, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, both defending managers.
Yeah.
Like Mourinho will win you the league if you've got the best defence.
Yeah.
We've seen that happen so many times. And when he joined Chelsea, he bought Carvalho because he needed a better defence.
Yeah.
And then Louis van Gaal, again, was very defensive. We didn't have a very good defence. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I don't think was either attacking or defensive. I don't think he had a style.
David Moyes as well. I think David Moyes just... It was a shame, really, because he's a good manager. He
Yeah.
was doing it at West Ham.
He got rid of everybody.
Yeah.
That was his main problem.
He took over from Fergie, didn't he? If I remember rightly.
Yeah.
Because Fergie recommended him, didn't he? They're pals, aren't they? And I just think he inherited a really bad side, and he just couldn't do much about it.
No, I mean,
Quickly.
he made one signing, it's Fellaini.
Yeah.
So,
It was a
yeah.
signing,
I mean,
wasn't
although
it?
he's doing very well for West Ham now, that makes me question his
Yeah.
judgment there, whether
Yeah.
he was all with it when he was at Manchester United. But anyway, fourth season, let's simulate it. Come on. So the end of the fourth season, and we have finally done it. Convincingly too.
7 points.
Although
yeah.
we've just been missing out each time,
Yeah.
we have managed to win it convincingly. Quite a low goal tally though, 84 points. That's a low goal tally. Don't get a low points tally. Don't get me wrong. We did obviously have a
We nearly
bad
lost it
game
again.
this season. Yeah, we almost lost it again. To be honest, we went for the fact that Arsenal were terrible as well at the end. Everton there in third, Liverpool in fourth,
Brighton.
Brighton up
Above
there in
City
fifth.
and Chelsea,
Yeah, Tottenham all the way down in 10th.
10th.
Unlucky.
Oh, no, no,
Look at the teams going down. Wolves, Villa.
QPR.
Yeah, so some big names going down there.
Yeah.
That surprises
I'm
me as well.
surprised we haven't
Norwich have
seen
won the
Newcastle.
Conference League lot.
Yeah.
Because they're qualified for the UEFA Champions League, which is great. Statistically, we scored the most goals, we had the most games, we had the most shots. We did not have the best defence, though. That was Arsenal. That's something you wouldn't expect us to hear, would you?
No.
Arsenal can actually, they still have Arteta as well. So fair play. He's doing a good job there at the minute now. He's starting to turn things around. I'm happy for him. I don't dislike Arteta. I actually quite like him.
Yeah, I've always liked him for the years when
Yeah.
he was a player as well. If he was a good player.
So yeah, he's still there. Is the Liverpool? Is it still Klopp? It's not. It's
No.
Ernesto Valverde. Funny enough, who Man United's linked with at the minute.
Yeah.
So he's one of the names
I
there.
wonder where Klopp went then.
Oh, he's probably at Man City. We know he is.
Yeah,
we know
gotta
he
be,
is.
ain't he?
He's not. Vincent Company.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
But let's find out where Klopp is. I'm
Got it.
interested
You
now.
got it.
Jurgen Klopp is unemployed.
He's just waiting for us to finish our 5th season.
I think he is. I think he is. He's like, right, I'll have him. I'll have him. Right, okay. Fair enough. Okay, well, let's have a look then at the other competitions then. Well, it wasn't a great year because yet again we still have a trophyless season other than the Premier League. The Champions League were knocked out by quarter-final. Arsenal again.
Yeah.
They did not go on and win it though. Bayern Munich and PSG fought in the final. They won on penalties. A lot of penalty finals there that we're
Yeah.
seeing. In the FA Cup, knocked out the 5th round by Chelsea. Norwich won that. So that's how they've got the Europa League, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
They won that on penalties. And in the Carabao Cup, West Ham beat Leeds. We're seeing some very strange clubs
Yeah.
in the finals of this. West Ham beating Leeds in that one. Okay, so squad-wise then, let's take a look because Erling Haaland scored 46 goals. Dusan scored 29. So they've been interchanging. And it's obviously cost Haaland the amount of goals that he was getting last time. He was our focal point. Now not so much because there's 3 guys there scoring. Because Mason Greenwood, obviously, playing an attacking role. He got 19 as well. One thing I did notice is Facundo Palestri. Now, in the 4th season, I realised his value was really high. And I was like, why is that? That's because he's developed perfectly into a very good backup player.
Yeah.
Given the number 7 as well. So that's an iconic number.
Where's
He
Cristiano
is...
Ronaldo gone then?
Well, this is where he retired.
Oh, right.
This is the season he retired. So
Yeah.
the 3rd season he's retired from this. So Bruno Fernandes, he has dropped off because we've given more of a support role.
Yeah.
Even though he got 30 assists, only 13 goals because the goals now are coming from above him, where he's been given a little bit more of responsibility in that centre midfield role. But obviously it's worked because we've won the league from
the
it.
league,
It
yeah.
must be a good tactic. We won the league from it. 16 assists there from James Sancho all the way down there. So average rating, Erling Haaland and Fernandes was still up there despite obviously being, but that's a good one, isn't it? Wesley Fofana, the centre-back we just brought in, 7.38 average rating. Absolutely fantastic from him. Right, season number 5 then. Final
Well,
season.
They always say the hardest thing is to
retain.
Win. Retain, yeah.
Yeah. Something that Fergie did a lot.
Yeah.
Now, the only guy on the outs is Mikel Moreno. With us only changing to one centre midfielder, we don't necessarily need Moreno now. We've got Donny van der Beek, we've got Kesse, and I might have brought in somebody else who is better than Kesse. So he's gone to PSG. He's still in the prime of his career, £49 million. We've made money on him.
That's good.
You know, 4 very good seasons at the club.
Predictable, the PSG though, aren't they? All the
Yeah,
best players
exactly.
go there,
Yeah.
don't they? Yeah.
He only started 18 games last season, so I think it was time for Mikel Moreno to move on. Fantastic player, great servant for the club, but we have
Bye-bye.
signed a big player in Nicolo Barella. Inter Milan's very good centre midfielder. Now, the reason why I've got him is because not only is he very good at passing, but tackling a 17. His mental attributes are probably the best.
20.
It's probably the best mental attributes I've ever seen on a midfielder.
Concentration 19. I mean, Christ,
really good. Flair and leadership are the only one that's not 15 or above. So, absolutely outstanding player that I think will play really well in that centre midfield role as a ball winner. Get the ball back, pass it on, start the attack again. He's a 4.5 star player compared to the rest of the team. So there's only a couple of 5 stars. I think it's Erling Haaland, Bruno Fernandes. Then it's this guy, and we have both of them. Yeah. So that is going to be great for us because tactically, this is what we're looking at. I'm locking in these 4 players and Musso. The ball-winning midfielder is going to be Kessie, it's going to be Barella. Because it's a ball-winning midfielder role, they're going to be tackling hard. They're going to get a lot of suspensions. I thought we needed 2 of them. Yeah. We need 2 of them. They're going to be running around a lot. They're going to be getting suspended. We need backups each time. I predict that they probably both play quite a lot throughout the season. Greenwood is injured at the start of the season for 3 to 6 weeks with sprained knee ligaments. So we're going to have to use somebody else there for the time being. But other than that, this is what we're going with. And we have played a few games so far. It's not gone well. Yeah. We had a 4-0 win against Spurs. Great, isn't it? 4-0 win. What do you think about that? But then, unfortunately, we lost to West Ham 2-1. And we lost to Liverpool. Also, I've signed somebody else. I went out and I got Matthijs de Ligt. Now, we have Skriniar, we have Wesley Fofana, we have Rafa Varane, we still got Maguire, and then de Ligt was on the transfer list.
Take him in.
I went for de Ligt. I mean, he is a world-class centre midfielder, now at 26 in this rebuild. He is absolutely phenomenal. We have bought him for £46 million, transfer listed for 2 years he was. The first year I noticed and he was like 86 million, I was like, nah, I'll get somebody else. And then the second season, he's still transfer listed, but for 46 million. So I've brought him in. First 3 games, he scored a goal as well. 7.37 average rating. From Juve, he wanted to move to a bigger club. That was a story. So I brought him to Manchester United, of course. We were actually linked with him when he left Ajax. Yeah. So I've brought him in. Obviously, we've got a couple of Dutch players now. I think that's a very good signing, to say the least. So I'm very hot. I think all we've done is improve the team. I really do. We've brought in Barella, who is better than Kessie. We've brought in de Ligt, who's better than Varane and Skriniar.
So I'm going to be disappointed if we don't win the league and at least another cup.
Yes.
At least.
Yes.
One cup.
And we're still trying to get that Sir Alex Ferguson treble. Yeah. The Champions League, FA Cup, and the league.
Yeah.
Okay. Final season. Let's simulate. So, the end of the season. You don't know what this screen means, do you?
No, I don't.
We've been fired.
Hey, you're having a laugh.
I've been sacked.
You know what that is, isn't it?
First in the rebuild.
What did I say about Klopp? I said he was waiting, didn't I?
Yeah.
It wouldn't surprise you if Klopp took our job.
Well, let's take a look.
What did we get sacked for?
Zinedine Zidane is the current manager, which I thought is also weird because he's also linked to the job as well. We were fired. I have never had that in a rebuild.
I'm going to go up and headbutt him.
Yeah.
but it's right in the chest. It'd be right in the chest of me, wouldn't it? Get it, have it.
Oh, it's the first time it's ever happened in a rebuild, and it's happened in a Man United rebuild. Of course it has. Oh, we've won the Champions League. We've won the league. We've done...
Well, we won the league last year.
They finished 4th in the Premier League, 72 points. They were way off Liverpool there. Yeah. So, I mean, come on, that's ridiculous, isn't it? Let's take a look then and see when we were actually sacked. Managers, we were sacked on the 8th of November. So, we were not given a lot of time whatsoever. Nick Cox took over for a little bit, and then Zinedine Zidane came in. Guess what he did?
He won the Champions League.
He won the Champions League with them.
Against PSG. At least he didn't win the league anyway.
Unbelievable, really, isn't it? I cannot believe it. Let's see what style of plays. I mean, he's changed it. He's played like de Ligt in like a CDM role, which I don't suppose is not a bad thing, to be honest. He's playing a 4-3-3, and it's obviously working for him. Oh, I don't believe it. I can't. Oh, I'm going to get ripped so much for this. You're going to get ripped so much for this.
You're going to get it from me as well.
Oh, unbelievable. So
when we done Spurs, we didn't get sacked.
No, it's the first time it's happened. It's the first time we've ever been sacked, and it's the Manchester United job. Well, viewers, what do you think about that?
Definitely going to be a lot of likes to this one, I tell you. It's got to be.
Yeah, let's try and get the 1,000 likes. So let me know down in the comments who you want to see us rebuild next, and I'll see you on the next one. Make sure you subscribe as well. 30,000 subscribers for Christmas. See you soon. Bye-bye.